What's up, everybody? This is Hip Hop Explained, where I break down the terms and history behind hip hop songs so you don't have to research or ask your friends.
Yeah.
First things first, let's acknowledge the song that this song was sampled from. The song is called Skylark by the Barry Harris Trio and Al Khan.
Sending this one out to my man Killer B. No doubt indeed. Without weed, you know what I'm saying?
Havoc mentions the name Killer B here, which is short for Killer Black. Killer Black was Havoc's brother that was incarcerated during the making of this album for shooting a man for his Walkman speakers while drunk. Later on, Killer Black ended up committing suicide after a depressive episode that occurred after a bullet ricocheted and got lodged in his head.
That old real shit. There's a war going on outside, no man is safe from. You could run, but you can't hide forever from these streets that we done took. You walking with your head down, scared to look. You shook, cause ain't no such things as halfway crook.
Shook is street term for shaken, meaning someone is scared. When Prodigy says ain't no such thing as halfway crooks, he means if you're going to be a part of the street life, you have to be in all the way. You can't dip your toes in the lifestyle and think that it won't catch up to you. If you're going to act like a gangster, you have to maintain that mindset all the time.
They never around when the beef cooks in my part of town. It's similar to Vietnam.
You're never around when the beef cooks means because you're scared and not really built for the street life. You seem to always be missing when violence occurs in the streets and people notice.
Now we all grown up and old and be on the cops' control. They better have the riot gear ready.
This last line speaks about how inner city youth are oftentimes beyond being controlled by police officers or teachers by a certain age. After a certain age, the influences from the streets are irreversible.
Trying to back me and get rock steady by the Mac 1 double.
This line means if you try to kill him, he's going to kill you first with the Mac 1 double. The Mac 1 double is a Mac 11 submachine gun. Macs and Uzis were popular with street figures in the 90s due to them being in movies and other pop culture.
But what them flicks don't tell you and what they don't know is that a 45 got a serious fucking jamming problem. Now, I try to steal my customers toward a 9mm because it's damn near the same weapon. I ain't got half the jamming problems, but you know how them niggas is out there. You can't tell them shit. They want a 45. The killer had a 45. They want a 45.
I touch you and leave you with not much to go home with. My skin is thick.
The line, I touch you and leave you with not much to go home with, is Prodigy's way of saying he would rob you for your clothing or items, sending you home empty-handed.
Cause I'll be up in the mix of action if I'm not at home, puffin' la, relaxing.
Puffin' la means smoking weed.
New York got a nigga depressed, so I wear a slug proof underneath my guest.
Slug-proof is another name for a bulletproof vest, and underneath my guest refers to him wearing his bulletproof vest underneath his Guess brand jacket.
God bless my soul before I put my foot down and begin to stroll into the drama I built. And all unfinished beef, you will soon be killed.
What this line tells us that Prodigy understands that every time he leaves his home, he's walking out into a continuation of all the drama and conflict that he's been responsible for in the days prior. He has no choice but to face it all head on, and the best he can do is ask God to bless his soul before he does battle.
Put us together, it's like mixing vodka and milk. I'm going out blasting, taking my enemies with me, and if not, they scar so they will never forget me.
Lines like this last one are often heard in communities like the one Mobb Deep came out of, where people express how they aren't afraid to die as long as they leave a lasting impression on those who killed them, and they don't die in a manner that could be considered weak.
Lord forgive me, the Hennessy got me not knowing how to act. I'm falling and I can't turn back. Or maybe it's the words from my man Killer Black that I can't say, so what's left an untold fact. Until my death, my goal is to stay alive. Survival of the fit, only the strong survive.
Until my death, my goal is to stay alive is a sentiment shared by many who are struggling in low-income communities. It's an issue because most of the people with this mindset don't set goals for themselves because they don't expect to live to see the age of 30. Then when they do survive, they haven't achieved anything in life and are stuck on the bottom financial tier of society, which leaves their children to start from the same place they started from.
We live in this till the day that we die. Survival of the fit, only the strong survive. We live in this till the day that we die. Survival of the fit, only the strong survive. We live in this till the day that we die. trying to get dough, you know when the dough get low, the Jews go, but never that.
Being trapped in between two worlds, trying to get dough, aka money, is something that many up-and-coming rappers can relate to. They are trying to stop making their money illegally, but they aren't making enough money from music yet to make their sole source of income music. And the line, when the dough get low, the jewels go, explains that if your money gets low, you'll have to start selling your flashy belongings to pay your bills, something he makes clear he doesn't plan on doing in his next few lines.
As long as fiends smoke crack, I'll be on the block hustling, counting my stacks.
What he meant by that was as long as there's still people addicted to crack cocaine, he's not above selling it to them so he can pay his bills.
No doubt, watching my back and proceed with caution. 5-0 working, no time to get lost in. The system niggas using fake names to get out quick. My brother did it and got back with 2 ounces.
5-0 lurking means the police are keeping their eyes on them. Niggas using fake names to get out quick refers to a situation that is unique to the past. While our country has been using automated fingerprinting systems as early as the 1980s, the Integrated Automated Fingerprint Identification System, also known as IAFIS, wasn't created until 1999. Before that point, police stations would take a fingerprint and it could take hours to receive the results, even longer if your fingerprints were in a long line behind other people's prints, which meant that a criminal could get arrested, give the officer a fake name, and post bail before the officers realized they just released a wanted criminal. Here's an example.
T.R. Jenkins. What's your aliases? Sincere.
I got arrested on some bullshit last night, and I gotta get the fuck out of here before my prince come back. The Benz, take that shit to Ox, man. Tell him it's his. The rest of that, I'm in Decatur, man. Remember, dog, you my nigga. Hold me down.
No doubt, baby. I got you. Don't even worry about it. Peace.
One.
I live with one with squads, hit the block hard. That's my man Twin when he got bagged. That fucked me up, God.
In this line, he's speaking about how police drug task force will raid entire streets or buildings at the same time.
But shit happens for a reason. You find out who's the true keepers when you're upstate bleeding.
This last line means you find out who your true friends are when you're locked up and you're going through your trials and tribulations. Upstate refers to the prisons in upstate New York.
You can't find a shorty to troop your bid with you. Hit with a 2 to 4 is difficult.
You can't find a shorty to troop your bid with you means you can't find a woman that will stick with you if you have to do a prison sentence, with troop being used as an adjective meaning to soldier through and endure, and bid meaning an amount of time in prison. In this case, the 2 to 4 he mentions would be a 2 to 4 year prison bid.
While on the streets I try to maintain tight with my Lucas hoes like to run game.
Here he's saying he doesn't spend a lot of money on women because he finds most of them to be untrustworthy.
Some niggas like to trick, but I ain't with that trickin' shit.
In this line, the word trick means to pay for sex, and he's saying he doesn't believe in doing that.
I'm like a Jew, saving those who I could bid with, pushing a Lex. Now I'm set, ready to jet.
This last line means he's saving money so he can buy a nice car.
No matter how much loot I get, I'm staying in the projects forever.
With this sentence, he's stating that no matter how much money he makes, he'll never move out of the ghetto, which is a sentiment that was shared by many rappers at the time. And this next clip, you can hear Havoc discussing it on the Drink Champs podcast.
Like, after I made money, I was like, I thought about you. I was like, that nigga really stayed. Like, you duked it out for a while.
For a little second, I duked it out.
Did you save at least while you was in the hood?
Did I save?
Save the bread if you...
Oh, save money? Nah, we was spending that shit. We was spending that.
Yo, that was ill. Like, that was my first experience. Like, I came to Queensbridge and I seen you the first day. I remember Twin introducing us, but I remember that shit was like ill to me. Like, to see that you was really still out there. Like, and you was rich. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you had money coming in. Y'all niggas had shows. That record was everywhere.
Yeah, because you know what it was? Like, because when you living in the projects, and exactly like where you come from or whatever, when you got respect, you don't feel like going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? You got that respect. You know what I'm saying? Not saying I was a gangster or anything like that, but I just had that respect. You know what I'm saying? Out there, and I could have money, jewelry, and still be in the hood. You know what I mean? So it's respect. Some niggas get money and they gotta leave because they don't got no respect. You know what I'm saying? So I stayed out there for a reasonable amount of time. You know what I'm saying? And then
what made you what was the final step where you said, I gotta get the fuck up out of here?
Because I used to come in the crib like around, 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning.
And Bad G-Mo was out there?
Yeah, Bad G-Mo
Bad
was
G-Mo
there.
was out there. Bad G-Mo's the wild crackhead. He'll knock you the fuck out.
And he'll knock you out.
Yeah, he knock you out.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's wild. Go ahead. But shit like that. Go ahead.
Yeah, but after a while, it's like you can't dangle meat in front of wolves for too long. So I just was like, yo, let me just go. Because you know what it was, why it took me so long? Because I was scared. You know what I'm saying? I always lived in the projects, living on my own. You know what I'm saying?
And then the lyric you said, no matter how much loot I get,
I gotta stay true to that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You was wild at half.
Right. So. I was a little scared, so I was like, fuck it. I just went out on my own, became a grown man. It was like, fuck it, I gotta get my own crib. You know what I'm saying? Get on some grown man shit.
Yeah, you can't. You was way too big of an artist, way too big.
Jakes on the blocks, we out clever. And beef, we never separate, roll together.
In this line, Jakes means police, meaning they outsmart the police on their blocks.
When words come to words, my peoples come first. Try to react and get the motherfucker feelings hurt. My crew's all about blue. Fuck looking cute, I'm strictly 10 boots and army certified suits. Puffin' nails, lay back, enjoy the smell.
Puffing L's means smoking weed, with L being another name for a blunt.
In the bridge, getting down, it ain't hard to tell. You better realize.
The term "the bridge" is referring to the Queensbridge houses in Queens, New York, where Mobb Deep started rapping. Other notable rappers from Queensbridge are Nas, Roxanne Shante, Capone, and others.
This till the day that we die. Survival of the fit, only the strong survive. We live in this till the day that we die. Survival of the fit, only the strong survive. We live in this till the day that we die. Survival of the fit, only the strong survive. We live in this till the day that we die. Survival of the fit, only the strong survive. Open your eyes and get wise. Look alive, 95, word up. Hypnotic thug life, get that ass paralyzed.
Here you see a few of the gentlemen wearing bandanas. At this time, it was normal for people to wear bandanas, even if it didn't mean they had any gang affiliations. Well, that's it for this song, folks. Let me know in the comments below if there's anything I got wrong, or if there's any songs that you want to have explained next. Have a good day.